Hey, good morning. This is Mayor Valensky with the Driving Markets. Okay, so let's just go through a couple of things. First of all, the normal caveat: anything said in this piece is not investment advice, not financial advice. It's purely just an opinion only from media publication. So let's get kicking. If you remember, on Friday I was already issuing on Instagram and on YouTube in the shorts. I was telling you that the markets on Friday are going to come off. What we had on Friday was the non-farm payrolls, and they came in slightly more than expected, 315,000, and that gave the markets a big boost, and the markets shot up. The Nasdaq, S&P, the Dow, the DAX, the dollar went down, the UK all went up, and everyone was hunky-dory and everything's rosy, etc., etc. And I issued a sell note, and I said that on Friday that the markets are going to come off. In other words, sell into the rally. And not because I'm some sort of major genius, the opposite. In fact, most of my predictions are absolutely wrong, but 90% of them are wrong. But in this particular case, I said sell into the rally because we're in a bear market. So any market that moves up within a bear market is an opportunity to sell into it. Now, some of the viewers have sent me messages and they don't agree with my opinion, which is fine. That's exactly what the market's about. It's two opinions. You've got opinion that says we're going to go up, and you've got opinion that says we're going to go down. So my opinion is that we're going to go down. So they're saying, no, we've been sold off too much on the indices and on Bitcoin, and the dollar's too high, and therefore it's already all in the price, etc., etc. Well, I'm telling you clearly now, it's not in the price. What's in the price is a slight understanding that interest rates are likely to go up. What's not in the price is how much those interest rates are going to go up. And I'm telling you, those interest rates are going to go much higher than they are at the moment. The market ended up turning south on Friday and went from a positive in the afternoon to a negative in late towards the close, completely sold off. So the Dow was down 337 points. Now, that will happen classically in a bear market, okay? So any potential rally in a bear market is sold off, and that's what happened on Friday. The dollar initially lost a bit of strength on Friday when the numbers came out, and then regained its strength. So the three main currencies that I'm focusing on, actually four, but three main ones, is the dollar yen, euro dollar, and cable. Also look at the Aussie dollar. As far as foreign exchange is concerned, the dollar is going to continue rising in strength. Interestingly enough, you could have gold coming off further, because normally gold is a safe haven in times of a bear market, but at the moment, because the dollar is so strong and rates are rising so much in the States, is that investors are leaving gold as a natural safe haven, and they're turning to the US dollar where they're getting a guaranteed rate. Look at US Treasuries. 10-year US Treasuries went up to 3.19%, and they're creeping up, and that's going to put huge pressure on the Nasdaq. And the reason behind that is because the Nasdaq is totally dependent on funding. All these startups and these companies, they're depending on loans and finance from the banks, or loans and finance from investors. And as a result of that, any rise in interest rates or a benchmark like the US Treasury is going to push the Nasdaq south. The Nasdaq is going to fall down to 10,000. Absolutely certain of that. By the year end, it's going to be below 10,000 or below, in my opinion. Something to keep an eye on. Oil came under pressure because, as far as oil's concerned, what you've got is fears of lower demand because of recession, China lockdown, and therefore oil came off on Friday, and will likely go up going forward, in my opinion, because the uptrend line is still there, even though it's come up from the highs from June or from February when the war started in Ukraine. I think it's going to go back up there again. As far as regarding shares, Apple is a sell. Apple is far too high. It hasn't bought anything innovative in the last 10 years. It's just milking its customer base on its design only. It's got no new technology out there. It's the same Apple, the same phone, just slightly redesigned with a better camera or better pixels, and therefore Apple is a sell. Bed, bathrooms and beyond are also a sell. Looks like that company is going to go bust. And also Snap or Snapchat is going to go down It's got no direction and it's completely lost. Tesla also looks a bit heavy at this level and probably could float all the way down. On the new price, it's running at about 270, 279. It's probably going to go all the way down to around about the 220 or 230 level as far as stocks are concerned. Generally, commodities, precious metals are under pressure at the moment. They've come off all the way from the highs back in February and March down to a lower level. However, you could see those areas picking up. Someone again asked me about real estate. I don't really do real estate on this program, but I'll just give you my opinion. We're looking at a 25 to 30% drop over the next year to 18 months on real estate, whether it's in the UK or whether it's in the US, because they normally lags behind financial markets. The Dow is going to go down to around about 25,000, the Nasdaq down to 10,000, Bitcoin is going to go down to around about 13,000. Again, one of the Bitcoin traders just can't understand my approach to cryptos when saying surely they've come off enough. Generally the cryptos have, but on Bitcoin and Ethereum there's a lot of meat on there, and therefore I'd expect those to fall much further than the rest of the cryptos, which are running at pennies or 2 pennies coin. Remember, this week you've got Royal Bank of Australia coming out with interest rate decision on Tuesday. You've got Purchasing Managers Index in America on Tuesday. You've got Bank of Canada with interest rates decision, which I think is on Thursday or Friday. I need to check that out. You've got Europeans ECB big rate decision out on Thursday also, and that's going to push the euro up initially, and then the euro is going to be sold off. I think it's going to be 75 basis points on Tuesday. And you've got China balance of trades on Wednesday, massive number, because that will show how healthy the Chinese economy is. Mayor Valensky, driving markets. Have a good day.